The Star.
Yeah, y'all already know. Seven the pan. That dude Fizz on the beat. Yeah. We live in entertainment. Sound change. Crown the kings, homie. This is where it get ill. About to have the tip off live as a tip drill. From the court to the diamond, to the track, to the big skin, flying around the field, starting five forever, keeping it real. If it matters in the world of sports, jeans and long sleeves, they taking no shorts. Hot to death, oh yes, these are the sports podcasts live as a pros course. Biz market wave, the starting five goes off. No matter who you cheer for, emotions out the window, they analyzing with clear thoughts. They take it way deeper than the boys ever. No longer got any use for the four letters. The latest news, score stats and the view from the sideline. Ain't no guideline, it's just the truth. Yeah, no need to dig for a pardon line. It's always in season. The people starting five. We going in on three. Run the baseline, starting five. Get it. We got what you need. If the sports news you see, we don't waste time. We talking cause we live it. We got what you need. We going in on three. Run the baseline, starting five. Get it. We got what you need. And y'all know me, seven sign. I'm the illest cat stick. I got what you need.
This week, we're going to find out if this vintage hymns to Nakasi is what I need. I'll get back to this in a second, but y'all know who it is already. No need for a long intro. Thank y'all for watching the newest episode of the Star 5. As y'all can see, we back fresh off of our tournament season, but as promised, we're going to try to develop something, quick ones that we can get through in one episode each month. Maybe not the month of, April's over, so the month of May is coming. It's crazy how that tournament took 2 months, TJ.
Yeah, it did. And you said we back. You know who's back? Dogs?
Me
you see this right here?
I'm missing my hat.
We back, dogs. We back. We all the way back. Brunson is that dude. He's elite. He is an elite point guard in the NBA.
We're going to get there in a second. We're going to get there in a second. We're going to get there.
Well, I'm hyped, bro. I'm hyped. It's been a great weekend so far. It's been a great weekend. My Friday, Saturday was lovely. Today was a nice cap off to the weekend. I got nothing more. What's up, JG? Talk to me, dog.
What's going on?
I'm trying to call my daughters to get my hat now, so I'm not excluded.
Man, it's been a great weekend. That Friday, I battened down the hatches and stayed in the crib and watched the game. And from the opening whistle, bro, beat the brakes off them boys from Cleveland. Beat the brakes off them. Fast forward to today, Sunday, great Sunday. Blood pressure went up again because, that's how the niggas do. But, man, we're going to get into it deeper. But what's up, everybody? Just in time.
Oh, there he is.
Just in time with the ill magic. The ill magic.
There he is.
Just in time with the ill magic.
And I was trying to set my shit up, man. My fault. What's good,
it's on you, brother.
It's on you.
Oh, yo, here.
How's your weekend looking, dog? How's he looking?
It was, yo, I ain't gonna hold you, man. Yo, this morning, this afternoon, yeah, it was great, man. It was a great afternoon, man. I had my Tums, shaking them up like dice, boy.
You know what I appreciate? We need to win. We need the Knicks win we need the Knicks to win every Sunday so we can get in fucking full color HD spectrum
clear
in fucking no technicolor
right now.
Right.
Bro, I was about to ask, is that 4K?
HD.
My daughter comes through.
My witness protection, man.
Oh man.
And real quick, y'all, fuck y'all who
Knicks,
hate on the stickers on the hats. I still keep my joints. Fuck y'all.
Yo, Dan, what size hat you got, man?
the
'Cause
Knicks
I
will
thought,
bring
Big
people
ass
out of
head.
witness protection, dog.
yeah, man. Bro.
7 3/4.
When, the exact same, man. You gotta go. You gotta go to the back of the stack too to get your hat.
Oh yeah. Gotta go way
Yeah.
to the back and
I'm a
hope.
7.5, but
I'm
I'm
depending
a
seven
on
and three
how I
7 3/4.
grow
quarters.
my hair out.
Yeah.
Go to ECAP City, man. Go to ECAP City, man. Y'all ain't got nothing to worry about as far as the
Okay.
sizes, man.
Yeah.
But
I'm
real
seven
quick,
three quarters, man.
ECAP City.
yeah.
So you got a shoehorn to put your hat on there. Oh,
Bro,
you shoehorn to put your hat on there, dog.
Yeah,
shoehorn
man.
is
Nah, you
and
know
some
what? I'm in denial, man. I'm in denial because
Real quick,
I need like a
not
7 5/8, but I'm like, nah, 7 3/4 is good.
not to we're not popping the champagne on the whole playoffs yet, but it is okay to open up on a
No,
good win.
nah. We
It's
just
always good.
celebrating a win. That's what we
Word.
celebrating. A win.
But like I said, I broke out, as I said in the beginning, I broke out a real vintage. Shouts out to the homies at Hackett's. First off, Hackensack Brewing Company, Mike, Herb. Y'all should have been sponsoring us by now. When we see y'all, we'll talk about that. But if y'all could even see the label, it's 12.5 barley
Oh,
wine. But
Hmm.
you ain't doing nothing else today.
it's look at the year. I can't turn it sideways because it's open. 2020.
2020?
Now, when the
Okay.
homie created this, he said if it's supposed to taste better after a year. We're almost on what, year 3 now?
Yeah.
So let's check this real quick. Oh, it's not bad.
that's a hearty swig,
Okay.
dogs.
I barely took it. Pause. I barely took anything off of it, but this shit is smooth as hell. This old. You gotta see if the
That's what's
homie
up.
got some more. But because my father didn't like it when he first opened. My father drinks goes to get a drink every day from the bar. You know, retired life. You can do that. But to wait on this shit with a good Knicks win, let's finally just get into it because TJ was really ready. He was. I'm not even. I don't even want to know what the bottom of the screen looks like right now. I don't even want to know underneath. But have at it, y'all.
Fuck the runner, bro. Yo, I mean, this is what we've been waiting for, man. This is what we've been waiting for a long time to get the right pieces to make this happen. And New York has been starving for a point guard for over 20 years, man. And to have this man, I know, I know Mark Cuban is sick right now. Watch if he is even watching what's happening right now.
Yo,
He's got to be
don't,
sick at
don't
letting
get me
this
started on
man
Mark
walk,
Cuban, man.
bro.
Yeah.
And I'm laughing every day. We've done several trades with the Mavs that have just worked out in our favor so many times, so many times. So I am not mad. But to say this man, Jalen Brunson, is elite, he is elite. His footwork is phenomenal. That fadeaway jump shot in the paint is unstoppable, unblockable. This shit is ridiculous. The way he gets his teammates involved. I mean, Lord, we've been waiting for this for a long, long time, and it feels
Yeah.
real good.
And
It feels really good.
what I noticed of him in the time that I checked into the game, because I told y'all, I was honest. Like I said, I've died way too many deaths, just like the rest of us Knicks fans have over decades. And this goes back to the 90s. We're talking 91, 92, 93 Knicks,
Yes,
where
Yes, sir.
if
yeah,
I watch a whole game, we're kicking ass into the second quarter. We're going into the second quarter with a 10-point plus lead. Third quarter, the Knicks tape rolls the opposite way, and we get our ass kicked, usually going into the fourth with a deficit and have to scrap back to win by 5 or 8. That's the tradition with it. But usually when I'm
exactly
watching,
how it happened today.
and usually when I'm watching, it's always been historic that we don't overcome those. So I didn't want to put that bad juju all over it, Ricky Bobby, and we blow this one because as y'all said, I checked in the third quarter. And y'all niggas in the text messages like, yo, Dan, turn the TV off. Turn the TV off. But
I'm
Jamal,
just gonna say this.
I was
I'm just
pleased to
gonna
see
say this.
the fourth quarter.
Yeah. Jalen Brunson's will to win is top notch, bro. He's gonna do whatever it takes to win a game. And if he has a chance to step on your neck, he will do that. He would that
Mhm.
3-pointer that brought the house down was insane, bro. He is cutthroat, gully. He's not afraid of the big spotlight, the big shot. He's been doing it his entire career, ever since high school and college. He's prepared for the moment. The man will not give in. And he's got his best friend playing with him, which is even more phenomenal, who was a monster on the offensive boards with clutch offensive rebounds in the final minutes of the game today. It was a total team effort, but it was just insane, insane, bro.
Yo,
Right.
That's all I got.
I got three things, man. I got three things. Um, so Pat Riley teams back in the days, if we had a close lead going into the fourth, it was winning. It was a wrap. You know what I'm saying? Fourth quarter, we shut shit down. Pat Riley teams. Um, Second thing, I'm ready to call. I'm ready to call this Jalen Brunson's team. You know, I get it. Randall is hurt and everything, but last time we was in the playoffs, he didn't perform either. You know. Also, my final thing. Uh, uh, Damn, Hart. He
He's
didn't
all
get any
heart.
calls today. He didn't get any calls today, man. If he had got half the calls that he was supposed to get, this game wouldn't have been this close.
He didn't need him the
Right.
way he was rebounding offensively, though.
Yo,
That's what
I
he
mean,
brings too, man.
that's yeah. He's probably outside of Russ. He's probably the best rebounding guard in the game right now, man. And the way he hustles
Word.
and over hustles and steals and whatever. It's Jalen. First of all, it's Jalen Brunson's team. Um, I all props to Julius for making it back to players, but clearly he's not well. You know what I mean? So he's trying though, and it's just gonna take time for him to get back. But that young boy Obadiah Toppin, man, let him loose. Give him the
Yeah,
keys, man.
Obi Wan.
Talk
Give give
about it.
give him the
Speak
fucking
on it.
keys, bro. Because when he comes in, he is a ball of energy, and he's the fastest dude on the court. He just wants to push the ball, and Hart always wants to push the ball. And I wish they had more time with them dudes on the court together, with them because them breaks are lethal. How many times today did we see a rebound come down and Hart push the ball the other way, and then he look around, he's the only one that's past half court. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
Yeah. Yeah, he had to
and
yeah.
wait for the rest of the team to catch up.
and then Julie's coming in there like your uncle with foot problems. Just
I said a hip hop, a hippie, a hippie, hip, hip.
yo. So,
But
but
Hold
Hartenstein
on,
had a
youngin.
hell
Let
of
me
a
get in
game
the
too.
post.
Hartenstein
Oh
had a
yes,
hell of a game, man.
yes.
Word. But
Listen,
I
the
feel you
Knicks
on the
bench has got to be like one of the top 3 benches in the NBA, hands down.
and I say I feel you on the Josh Hart. I mean, not the Hart thing, but the Obi Toppin talk. But it's like I guess we could give credit to Tibbs for just understanding where they were falling short and just pushing the proper lineup. And then too,
I,
it's I mean
Absolutely.
it is the team matchup right now. Like it's who they're playing against too.
it's very true,
It's making it
which
work.
is very true. Because the other thing is this: the other side of it is,
But
I wish Tim would have made that substitution sooner, but he sticks with his dudes. Julius is his horse, and he's gonna ride him to pause for as long as he can. But um, the other thing is what we keep forgetting is the Knicks are this. We're playing the best defensive team in the league, and we don't have the flashiest offense,
facts.
so they're gonna make us look bad for a lot of big periods in the game.
Right. And shout outs to RJ Barrett today on
Well,
speaking
I
of
was just
offense.
about to say that,
Go right
dog.
Yeah.
ahead,
Yes,
TJ.
Friday too. Friday too.
Yo, yeah, yo, these last two games today though, the way he was working his way and getting in the paint was, I mean,
Yeah.
Mhm.
we've seen him blow a number of layups like that throughout the season where he's just like, damn, I wish he would finish. I wish he
Yeah.
would finish.
I don't want to
Friday
cut you.
night,
I don't
he
want to
made
cut
sure
you
he
off.
finished the runner. Go ahead, go
I
ahead.
didn't want to cut you off too bad, but I swore I seen Jamal open up 2 or 3 different colored cans in this sitting. I thought I saw a green one,
yo,
and then
yo,
he
yo,
picked up a red one just now.
yo. Why,
I know we
why you
happy, my
trying to air
nigga.
me out, man?
I
Why
know
you
we
trying to air me
happy,
out?
but damn. I mean, I
Yo,
opened one. I mean, both of your cans is probably still not enough for this pint, but I just enjoy
yo,
The
your double
celebration.
pause, your double
It's a
fisting, right?
celebration.
And pause, but enjoy the double fisting of the cans. But I just had to. I seen 2 different colors, and I was like, "Wait, hold the fuck up!" Like, yo, but
yo.
my
In
bad.
all honesty, bro, I'm not drinking my elite level of alcohol right now. So this is all the leftovers from the summer. So I'm mixing and matching, bro.
You
I'm just
did
trying
that
to clean out
already.
the fridge,
Oh, I feel you.
make room for the new stuff, for the good stuff.
I would say we the good shit is gone
Oh
already, though.
shit.
We ain't giving up too much game. We should just say that the good shit has already been pulled up. But my bad, TJ. Keep going.
Yo, I mean, RJ Barrett today didn't rely on trying to, I mean, he missed a couple of wide open threes, granted, but he made it sure his business was going downhill. And he attacked the 2 biggest players on the floor and fouled out Evan Mobley with an
Mobley.
and
Yeah.
one. Yeah, which was phenomenal. I mean, he started off the game getting to the free throw line and he kept that consistent pace. He is a load going downhill, just like Randall is a load going down. It is very hard to stop
He's
him once he
tough to
gets ahead
guard.
of
Yeah,
steam and going.
I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm gonna
and
tell
he
you.
knows where his bread is buttered, and that's what he's doing. Man.
I'm gonna tell you what scared me
Go
the
ahead.
whole game. I mean, when they got the lead or whatever, I wasn't nervous. Garland, because Garland hadn't produced shit all game, all series. I mean, with the last 2 games. When they put Okoro on Brunson, I was like, oh shit. I was like, okay, because they finally got somebody that figured out Brunson. Because Brunson was
He
cooking
didn't
them.
though.
You don't think so?
nah.
He didn't. No,
Mm-mm.
Brunson understood the mismatch and he played it to his strengths because he let the double team come to him, and that's when RJ would get loose and drive to the basket. So he was pulling them in to get the next man open. So he really didn't do anything but free up the open man. And then it was 3-on-4. And I read an article about this earlier in the weekend, and it was like when they come to double, it's always going to be 3-on-4, and we need to learn to attack the basket when we have that advantage. And that's
Yep.
exactly what RJ Barrett did. And then you hear Josh Hart for a wide open dunk on one of those. Like he really understands and sees the floor very well. So he understands what's coming to him, what his strengths are, what his weaknesses are, and he's going to make you pay if he gets the advantage in his favor. And
You
that's
know,
what he was doing the entire game, the
you know,
entire
you
night.
know, you know what, TJ? When Jeff Van Gundy said a couple times, "Oh, Brunson, guy has my vote for most improved player." I'm sitting there watching the game. I'm like, damn, he was this guy in Dallas.
He
You know
was, and
what
that's
I'm
the
saying?
other thing.
Nobody,
Yeah,
nobody,
The
nobody
sports
gave
media
him that
missed
love
it,
because he was playing
bro.
against because he was playing it with Doncic.
That's it. And the
Nobody gave
sports
him that.
media, shame on those motherfuckers, the sports media and the NBA, because the sports media, they all had something to say when the Knicks played Brunson that money. But what they're not talking about is the Knicks saw this talent last year. The Knicks was trying to get him last year during the middle of the season. They was trying to bring him
mm,
over, right? Shame on
Right,
the NBA for not,
right,
for that. How did this guy not an all-star? How?
yeah, yeah.
Shame. It's,
bro.
whatever. But I
They
get it.
laughed at us. They laughed at us when we signed the contract for him. They was like, "Oh, you're paying for a
They're
backup. He's
overpaying.
never going to get you these points." And I'm like, "Bro, he roasted one of the best players in NBA in the playoffs. He cooked this dude." But that didn't mean it was like, "Oh, he got off. That was one game he did in the playoff series. So what?" And from the beginning of the season, from the game one until now, Brunson has been that dude, and he's not going to change, bro. He's an elite point guard with elite footwork, and you are not going to stop him with one man alone. He is just too good at this point. You're not stopping him with one person. Okoro ain't it, bro. He's not it.
And what I appreciate out of all of this right now is just it's team basketball. It's not like one guy's bigger than everybody else, and like you said, sports media, shame on them. But I enjoy the fact that you can't just talk about just one person on this team. Like it's this and the rest and the Rockets and the rest of the team. You know what I'm saying? Like it's LeBron James
Yes.
and the Lakers, or it's Zion Williamson and the bench. Like you can't talk about not one player on this Knicks team like that because it's a team game. And that's one of them things that sports media forgets. Like let's go into since we kind of freestyling in a way today, let's go into something that Stephen A. Smith said on I know he said it on First Take. I seen it on the Instagrams. This is why I even know about it, because I'm usually at work when First Take is on. But he's talking how Kawhi Leonard is the most disappointing superstar in the game. And to some points, he's correct. But I'm looking at it from the angle of this is the problem when you have to deem somebody a superstar, and you have to say teams have to have superstars to win. Yeah, every team needs a great player. And yeah, this guy, he does spend more time on the bench than on the court. But the whole superstar thing is just like to me, that label feels like it takes away from team. It takes away from like the viewing fan that doesn't know better. It's now you're looking at this guy to be the end all be all, got to do everything, yada yada yada. Like how the Jordan fans only remember the final shots. They only remember six playoff. They remember six playoff runs and shit like that. Like it just takes away from everybody else who's a professional on this team. But that's just my point of view on that stupid ass label. I don't know what y'all got to say about it.
When you say when they say superstar, right? It's usually one side of the ball. It's usually offense. Oh, you're flashy like Allen Iverson, or and I even hate to say Allen Iverson because Allen Iverson was Defensive Player of the Year in Big East, like the 2 years he was there. It's very rare that it's on one side of the ball. I would say the last guy was maybe Jordan. Jordan was as great as a defender as he was an offensive player. You know, LeBron. LeBron really. I mean, yeah, he's an able defender, but was he defending on Scotty's level or Jordan? No. And same thing with John Morant. But with Kawhi, it's funny because Kawhi he's a very quiet, reserved dude, and he doesn't show up. He's not a good interviewee, and so I think that plays a part. And then on top of that, he's not going to play through pain. If he's hurt, if he feels any type of twinge or whatever in his knee, he's not playing. And that was the problem with him in San Antonio.
Which I kind of understand. I mean, as a person who understands, one, I understand sports, but two, I understand now more this advanced life of past 40. You want to make sure your body's still working properly in some respects. Like, yeah, I jumped on the scale recently. I realized I seen that I lost more weight. How? I don't know. Other than the fact of I don't eat as much, and I do drink a lot of water. I haven't been to the gym, shit like that. But from playing football, I have a plate and 4 screws in my leg. I went back to playing football immediately right after. But then after a point of, I'm tired of losing, I stopped playing. And though my body doesn't feel the same, I don't feel any past injuries, with the exception of like some shit's going on in my hands or fingers. And that's not even football related. But staying away from the sports is, the body does feel different in a way, but I dare say feel healthier in some respects too, because I've lost all this weight and I was playing football at 385, 375. So I'm kind of looking at it different from a Kawhi Leonard, where he understands, he's got to make these millions. He wants to preserve his body to assure that he's going to get paid. It's just from the fan level and the fan perspective. Again, look at this on a biblical before BC AD, and it's before Jordan, after Jordan. And we're in the after Jordan era where if you are deemed superstar and you don't perform like he did, you always look like shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you always get looked at slighted or with some side eye, or instead of understanding like, this era is totally different. And these players, Jamal, they understand their bodies in ways that the older heads, thinking about a Ronnie Lott, let me cut the tip of my pinky off so I can keep playing.
Ain't nobody doing that no more.
Shit like that. It's that, like, I give props to these younger kids for understanding, like, like, the game is different and they gotta preserve themselves.
Yeah. I think the science and medicine is, man. So the athletes now are more aware of the long-term traumatic effects on the body from sports as opposed to the generation before them. The downside of it is that they did pay Kawhi a lot of money, and the bottom line is they expected when they got Kawhi, they expected a chip. And when you're not there for half those postseason games, they're gonna have a legitimate gripe. Even if he got a good reason or whatever. I think what doesn't help is he does load management during the season too. You know what I mean? And I think that affects the optics a little bit. But as far as these guys, when they're done their career, they want to start a second life. They don't want to be in no wheelchair and have all the legs and cane problems. These kids, they know life is longer now. So, it's kind of cut in between there. But yeah, with Kawhi, it's just Kawhi's missed a lot of games. And when they got, at that point when he left Toronto, remember they were saying, oh, maybe Kawhi's the best player in the league because we got to go through that shit every year. There's a new best player in the league.
Right. Like everybody's trying to unseat LeBron for some
but
reason.
not to mention. I'm sorry, Jamal, but not to mention all the off-court stuff that he's dealing with right now. Like
his sister got locked up, right? His sister's getting life.
His sister's doing life without parole.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like that's a lot to deal with. So even if the NBA had come out and said that he was dealing with personal issues or whatever, that would have been more humane than to say, oh, he's out for his knee. And maybe he is, but I'm sure that plays a part as well.
It's like this. The problem is now it's the entire history of the player. Just like they said with Draymond when they suspended Draymond because of his history. And I think that's what happens with Kawhi, and he got a legit reason. I mean, one of my families is doing life with no parole. The NBA's on hold. It's on hold for a second. I got to take care of the family. But he's being judged by his history, and unfortunately, his history is the load management during the season as well. And no one's going to dissect that shit, and it's not being reported correctly as well either. I don't like. We all know that the Stephen A. is bombastic and stuff. So I don't like when he does shit like that because he affected people's money. It's like you can't put somebody on blast like that. Go ahead and get down, TJ.
I'd say speaking of load managing,
go ahead and get down, man. I see he got a what? He got a Dave's double from Wendy's.
I'm sorry, yo, I'm starving. I understand what you were saying, Jamal, but like, if you're load managing during the season and then you get hurt in the playoffs, it's a bad look, dog. So what were you load managing for?
Right.
If you can't show up on the biggest stage your team has made the playoffs, like that's like a double. It's like getting stabbed twice. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what are we doing?
It's like that double whopper you're eating.
You're not here for the playoffs. So what are we? We're paying you to sit out 65-75% of the season. But when the man is on, he's on. You see what he did to Kevin Durant in the first game of the playoffs.
Yeah, man. I mean,
Kevin
he's
Durant had
serious.
nothing
But like
for
I
him.
said, no,
Nothing for him.
he's getting judged by his whole history. That's what's killing him.
I don't know.
Well,
I blame Popovich, man, for this whole load management thing. For what he did in San Antonio with those guys. You know, and Kawhi just took it and ran with it, man.
I got no issue with the load management because, like we said just a second ago, and Jamal said it the best. These younger players and younger athletes understand and believe in the science of sport more than the older heads. The older heads of quote unquote our eras. Excuse me. Those guys just went with the will, the cutthroat, the whatever it takes. I gotta be on the field type of mentality. And like I said, these kids nowadays understand, like, nah, like I gotta preserve my shit for the long haul. I'm not trying to be out here fucked up at the age of
Well,
retired at
Dan,
the age of
to some of them,
35.
winning isn't everything, bro. Winning isn't everything to some of these kids. They're like, you know
Right.
what?
The
I'm gonna get
bag is
these
everything.
checks and feed my family.
Word.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I'm gonna be
yeah.
very well off. Fuck a ring, fuck a title, fuck all these all-star accolades, all preseason, postseason accolades, whatever you want to call them. I'm gonna get my bag, do my 5 to 10 years, and I'm gonna be happy.
And guess what?
I'm
And
I
I'm
telling
was
gonna be
gonna
I
happy
tell
say,
with
you what
that.
though,
you said be
it's gonna
happy.
affect. Yeah, it's gonna affect. There is gonna be repercussion for this for Kawhi, for Ben Simmons, for Zion. You're gonna see the negotiating on salaries, wages, and contracts get a lot stickier after the shit.
It's gonna be a lot more
Word,
incentive laden.
word.
You ain't kidding.
But see, all right, because there's a segue into that, and I literally just forgot what I was gonna say. But
My
you
bad, bro.
mentioned no, there's no perfectly fine because we're talking about Zion, and you just mentioned Zion. Here's something that I wanted to drive home to people who you can clearly say clearly notice might have played sports to like Little League level, where people are just saying and think there's an echo.
Yeah, it's echo.
Yeah, okay. But people are just clearly saying, I think it might be your phone, big. Yeah, there was Big O's. But no, it's not Big O. What the fuck? We're gonna whatever. It might be me. Hold on.
You muted, family.
There we go. We got what's coming from somewhere. Whatever. We'll figure it. But people who truly, it was TJ. People who truly never played sports, you could tell where they've been shitting on Zion because Zion had mentioned, I I I feel like I could play. Like physically, I'm fine, but mentally, I'm not here.
Yeah.
And again, I'm speaking from a standpoint of I was playing football as an adult. Was it NFL football? No. But did I break my leg playing football as an adult? Absolutely. And that first year I was back playing football, I still had the itch. because I wasn't done. And I got back on the field. But as I'm back on the field, I am so conscious in blocking about anybody falling towards my left leg again. And I was able to kind of work through it because nobody was falling in that way. And if somebody did, I would make adjustments so nobody hit it there. But a lot of the times I was overcompensating in my head to protect my former injury. You can't play like that. You can't play like that. And so if Zion is telling the public, like, yo, like mentally, I'm not there. I'm sorry, person who probably just likes to talk about sports. You can't, don't say shit that you're not familiar with, especially if you've never been injured. Don't say shit about an athlete who is telling you, yeah, I physically can play, but I'm not here mentally. Because I would say 75 to at least 80% of any game is played right here first, then translated to the physical. And if you can't get here into the physical, what the fuck are you doing besides just going through the motions? And then when you're out there going through the motions, you got everybody saying you suck, you're a bum, you can't do this, you can't do that. Stop. If you've never been injured in a sport before, don't say shit. And I don't even if it was fucking Little League Baseball, if you've never been injured or got hit by a pitch in Little League Baseball, I don't even want to hear you talking about how these people are bitches because they get hit. They're not taking these hits by 90-mile-an-hour fastballs. Like, I don't want to hear, personally, I don't want to hear this shit.
You know, I feel as though with what you just said, right? Kevin Durant doesn't get enough credit for bouncing back the way he did, based off of what you just said. You know, Achilles, no one comes back from Achilles except if you was Dominique. Dominique was the only one growing up. Dominique was the only one that came back from Achilles. And, you know, and to a lesser extent, Klay Thompson. Even though Klay Thompson took a year to come back, and now he's pretty much back from where he was. Yo, Klay Thompson blew out his ACL, blew out his knee, and his Achilles. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot. These are all career-ending injuries that these guys came back from. You know, and they don't get enough credit for it. So yes, I totally agree with what you're saying.
And Jamal,
I don't know if
it's more along the lines of like, it's the mental. It's all about the mental. It's not just getting over the physical injury. You got to be in the right mind frame, Jamal.
Yo, I'm sorry. You as a fan, you're watching it. You know, Dan, you as a fan, you're watching, and you know, a player falling down or whatever on somebody's leg, and you're like, oh, you're cringing. So imagine what the player is going through.
Wrong person, because I'm the guy who watched Faces of Death tapes. I purposely watch people get fucked up and
but you know,
trauma porn.
Here's the part that's missing is that we're judging this stuff from a real world standpoint and not a sports world standpoint. And you know, how many times you played been on a team where you had some dudes who were starting that was just because they was mentally strong, as opposed to a physically better player who is not as mentally strong. So when especially with the way the sports media covers it and with these fans, they don't want to hear this mental issue. All right, coach, get somebody who's mentally strong in there. You making all this money. What do you mean? You know, we're at a point. This country, you know, as we see in a society, they don't respect mental health. Mental health is not respected yet. You know what I mean? So, and that's just a part of the culture. And but they're right. The flip side is that even if Zion came back tomorrow, he'd be hurt by next Wednesday. So,
right. But and with that statement there, because I know we all played some level of sports. You know, if your head is not there, the likelihood of you being injured shortly after coming back is just that many times over more likely to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Because, Zion has been hurt his whole entire NBA career so far. But how I can only see him as like, how many times has he gotten back out there and it's like, I could do it. But he's not there. He wasn't all there.
Because he got to get him out of New Orleans. That's why. Because you drafted a player with historic weight problems, right? So you're gonna put him in a city that's known for food and parties, and then you're gonna give him $250 million. You know what I mean?
So let me ask you this:
I could afford every restaurant in the city. Let's go.
Let me ask you this.
Man versus food every fucking day.
He ain't never bored. He ain't seen a plate in front of him he don't like yet.
Let me ask you this. How bad would the Knicks have been clowned if we drafted Zion with the same injury history he has right now and it's still not playing? We'd be the laughing stock of the league, bro.
Of course.
We would get fried and we would not be in the position we're in right now.
RJ Barrett was picked 3rd. And right now he's doing more for this team than Zion has done for the Pelicans in the same amount of time.
That's right.
But that's not by much though.
It is.
RJ Barrett,
bro.
is by a stretch. He's the 3rd best player on the team. And we know that I don't want to say that his confidence is shook, but when he's at the line, shooting free throws and we're screaming, we're chanting RJ Barrett, that's where his confidence. You know what I'm saying? It's because I think because we want him to be better than because he's supposed to be this franchise player, and he isn't.
But he's more integral to the Knicks' success than Zion is for the success New Orleans has had.
No, he is.
And let me also add this part. Because this kind of leads towards that whole superstar label nonsense. How many more games has RJ Barrett played than Zion?
Bro, hundreds.
He's available.
Hundreds.
There is your fucking answer right there. Yes, he has been the better option so far. But we're also playing the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. Because if we did get Zion, if Zion did fall to us, maybe he might not have been injured as much either. We don't know.
His weight would have been. Look at the type of discipline the Knicks coaches have. He probably wouldn't have had the weight problems.
Jamal,
Yeah.
There's dollar pizzas everywhere in New York.
True.
You'd have been a margaritas.
Hey, I'm saying, from Cipriani's to fucking Mr. Child's to the fucking halal carts. Come on now, we got the food too. Don't sleep, but it shoulda, coulda, wouldas, TJ.
It is, but I'm thinking like the spotlight. Here's the difference between New York and New Orleans, right? There's not 100 press people in his locker room in New Orleans that is in New York. That spotlight would have been much bigger, much brighter, and the expectations would have been much heavier.
That's what I'm saying.
Drafted by the Knicks.
There'd have been more shit to keep him in line.
Heavy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There'd have been more shit to keep him in line. So
I'm just.
We decided to keep him. Keep him out of Brooklyn or anywhere where he can get beef patties. So that's what
no White Plains Road up in the Bronx.
Yeah, no Bronx. You know what I'm saying? Just stay in White Plains, my guy. Stay in White Plains.
Shout out to Tundi's up on White Plains Road.
Shout out to
no roti for you.
Word, what's the Malecone on in the Heights?
Oh my God!
No Malecone. No fucking Grandpa's Pizza. No Brothers Pizza. No Sbarro's. No none of that.
King Cow in Brooklyn.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? No number one Chinese kitchen. Get some real hood Chinese food spots. And every borough's got a number one Chinese.
That's right.
My shout outs to Port Richmond.
Every hood's got a Great Wall Chinese chicken.
Yes,
Chinese. There's a Great Wall in every hood, bro.
Shout out to the bulletproof glass.
Ryan, right?
Shout out to the large half a quarter cup of iced tea that you would get.
Homemade iced tea with a half chicken and pork fried rice.
You straight.
No bean sprouts. No bean sprouts. I'm fucking hungry now. I can't afford Chinese food.
Man.
I want Chinese food now. I'm not
that's
hungry.
Right. That's gonna be the move.
Because this shit is straight, but this shit has got me good. I'm feeling nice and even, you know. But yeah, man. I mean, we briefly breezed over it because we missed a lot during the tournament, but we're not going that far in the past. That Draymond stomp, when he went Seth Rollins curb stomp on Sabonis, to me, I guess because I'm the wrestling fan, it looked like a work, and it didn't look like a shoot, to use wrestling terms. It looked like a work kick, because it didn't look like he really, really laid it in there.
But bro, Sabonis is a great actor.
Yeah,
he's 32. He's 32, man. It should have, they got it right. It should have been double text, but it just
reputation precedes him.
His history caught up with him. That's it.
Facts.
And
they still won the game after.
Yeah. So, but I'm not shocked. It didn't bother me if they suspended him. I was like, you know what, yo, you know how much shit you got away with that you didn't get caught for. And remember that stretch of time where Draymond couldn't keep his hands and feet off of people's swipes. So, came back.
He was a nut kicker for a long time, bro.
We all saw the finals. We all saw the finals last year.
Yep. So, but that was some. Whatever.
Well, the same thing Dylan Brooks is going through now. Same thing.
Except Draymond could play.
Draymond is actually good. Dylan Brooks is no Pat Bev. You know what I'm saying? Donovan Mitchell eats his food every time.
After this, did you really know what live was? I just got Can I Kick It in my head. But before we talk about fighting now, before we get to the fighting, I since we're getting back into the swing of kind of normal things, I wanted to get back to the TikTok question of the week. And we're bringing it to video games. I got to keep it real with y'all. Like, every night, like, my go to bed has been just video game content. And something that was ringing in my head for the longest was this here. And I put it up on TikTok. Who wins this 2-on-2 battle? You put Saget or Sagat, however you pronounce it. We've always pronounced this Saget for some reason.
Shout out to Bob.
Word. Saget or Sagat and M. Bison versus Goro and Shang Tsung in a 2-on-2. And as I scroll through, I'm gonna scroll through the TikTok comments. People think that this is like easy Shang Tsung and Goro, but like, shouts out Rolly G the Beast. He got Shang Tsung and Goro. Shout out to Aim for Average podcast, dope podcast out of Philly. I was actually just listening to him before we started. Sagat can crush Goro, but Bison might be too much for Shang. The Psycho Crusher versus the Soul Sucker. Pause. Shang Tsung and Goro from my homie Legion, aka Damien. I gotta say, aka Damien. Damien is his real fucking name. That's my man. It's aka Bill Ding, aka Legion. His two wrestling names. He has done professional wrestling. And side note, I'm sorry, I'm drunk now. I'm long-winded, but he's like 400 and change. And when we used to work at Easy Pass together, I used to always threaten, yo, I could body slam me. And he's always said, yo, go get trained. I'll be your first match. And then we'll do the body slam. So shouts out to my brother.
Damn,
he's a great dude. He's a great dude. For real. Shout outs to Shondell Wilborn from the Aim for Average podcast. He says Shang and Goro. And then I think this is one of the members from Aim for Average. He said, weak ass Johnny beat Goro. And Shang drops the ball in every fight. The homie Tony, as y'all saw last week, Bison and Saget. Bucket Triplet says Shang and Goro easy. Saget and Bison because I'm biased, and I said I feels like my answer also because I'm a Street Fighter guy. Shout out to Corey Salty Truth, who was on the show before. It's a tough call. The homegirl Dominique, tough decision. And Brandon says Mortal Kombat wins, and this ain't even fair. I don't think it's as easy as the Shang Tsung and Goro folks think it is.
Bro, are they
What are
forgetting
y'all?
Bison was that dude?
Yeah,
And
I had Bison
Bison
and
was
Sagat
that
winning, man. Yeah.
dude, bro. And Bison was that dude, bro. Like, he was not to be fucked with at all.
And think about how many quarters you burnt trying to beat him after getting through the gauntlet that was Balrog, Vega, and Sagat, which Vega was the pain in the ass as an
Because he was jumping
underboss.
all over the place. That's why. But this motherfucker wouldn't keep still. But when you got to Bison, dog, you knew you was in for a long day, bro. That was just work. He was there for the long haul. And if you wasn't nice, he made quick work of you. Quick.
Yep.
Quick.
2-0 KO perfect type shit. He wasn't for the fuck around, bro. He wasted no time. He wasted no time with dispatching your ass
So
at all.
your
I don't know.
pick is
I'm a Street Fighter guy, man, and I think I feel as though maybe because I don't know. To me, Sagat was a more iconic villain, out of all of them. Vega more annoying? Yes, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? But Sagat, like everyone, we still quote Sagat to this day. You know, with his tiger moves and shit. So I don't. It's hard for me to vote against Sagat. And
and
then
I mean
Bison.
he's my if there was the one character, of course Ryu or Ryu, however you pronounce it, or as the people from Triple Jump say, if you want to be all Japanese about it. But he's that dude that is just like he fights to win by almost any means necessary, and he strives to be the best fighter in the world. So when I look at from the standpoint of when you're going against a dude who he's quick, he's strong, he got forearms, and you know when he does that jumping and pounce on you and stomp on you, the way Saget or Sagat, however you want to pronounce it, pulls off that type of uppercut, that little jump move that fucking Goro does.
Eliminates it.
But that was all Goro's bread and butter, though, bro. He had no style. He had no
Unless he
strategy. It
grabbed
was
you.
all power. It was all power. That was it. Yeah.
Unless he grabbed you. But then,
Right.
like you say, all power. When he grabbed you, though, your life bar went fucking.
Yep.
your life bar was goners. But
yeah, well, you had to keep him at a distance. You know what I'm saying? But
and let's think about it. You could say in Street Fighter lore, besides the factor of when you played the game, you probably beat him with Chun-Li or whoever. But
because they were faster.
That scar was only from Ryu. And when you think about him as an underboss, yeah, that scar was only from Ryu. And Bison technically was kicking his ass to make sure he was number 2 and I'm number 1. To fight M. Bison with his level of magic and skill.
Now connected to a Make's iPad.
And then the Psycho Crusher against Shang Tsung just throwing skulls at you. Come on. I maybe my Street Fighter bias is showing, but I'm going with Bison and Sagat all day.
Bro, you could never back Bison into a corner. It was a wrap. He would let you walk him into the corner so he could straight destroy you.
jump on your jump on your head and twist his
and be
feet
a
in your head
rap,
and then
bro.
fly around and jab you in the head. Come on.
Oh my god, this shit was embarrassing, bro. You could not stop him. He was like a speeding bullet back and forth across the screen.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I guess I didn't make this with bias. I didn't make this with bias. But when I think about just this matchup here, I'm sorry. My Street Fighter guys win. What say y'all? Who wins?
I'm going Street Fighter just because of
I'm going Street
Bison.
Fighter, man. Yeah, because of
Yeah.
Bison, man. You know how long it took me to
Bison, man.
fucking beat Bison? Oh, tell them how long it took me just to get to Bison.
You know,
So
No, definitely Street Fighter. Definitely Street Fighter.
yeah, it's. I mean, it's for cats that just say it's easy. You hate the Street Fighter franchise. That's all I'm gonna say. You fucking hate the Street Fighter franchise. I'm my bias is showing. I'm sorry, y'all. Let's see what the comments are saying because we got somebody in the comments. John Spot. Oh, shouts out to the homie Omega's son. Peace, brother. Peace. It's definitely been a minute. We gotta link up this summer, man, because I'm on a quest. I'm on a quest to make sure we all hang out. Rest in peace to my girl Isa Rice. I can mention her name now, but yeah, man. Again, no more funerals and just special events we link up at, but we got to get up, brother. And he said Mortal Kombat Shang Tsung is a beast. The nigga threw skulls, flaming skulls, and did some magic versus a fucking, you could damn near say a magical Russian Nazi. Oh, my bad. I wasn't supposed to say that on YouTube. a magical Russian dictator.
Did you ever see the comic where Superman fought Shazam, and Superman was like, "Oh, you're just about magic, huh?" And he was like, "You're not a real dude. Like you gotta turn into this dude." I'm this guy all day, 24/7, and I will bust your ass
Right.
and show you why I do this, bro.
It's
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show you what the
TJ, I have a
magic's like.
question.
Yeah.
TJ, I have a question for you though. If Shazam wasn't a kid, if he was as old as Superman, would you think he would have had a shot?
If it wasn't based on magic, like he had the similar powers, yes, he would have a shot. Yes.
No,
but
no, because Shazam is a 13-year-old, right?
If
So
Shazam was 40,
if
if Shazam was 40 and Superman punches the soul out of Shazam and he goes back to the regular 40-year-old dude, what do you got, bro? You got a 40-year-old dude fighting Superman.
He was just as strong as Superman, though.
But think about it like this. Yes, you're right. But Shazam can hold kryptonite.
He gonna have to hold an L too because he ain't beat Superman.
Oh shit!
Oh shit! Well said, sir. Well said.
Well said. But anyway, on the show, Street Fighter takes it. And I wanted to do that to perfectly transition to another fight, which happened last night that I fortunately got to watch at the end of the Knicks game. Ryan Garcia versus Gervonta Tank Davis. It was
the Gervonta Tank Davis.
And you know that. But yo, I will say, because I'm fresh off, like I said, fresh. Literally, I finished the fight. We came into the show and was backstage with each other, right? Oh, hold the fuck up before we get there. You, my mans, you are fucking bugging. Tekken beat Street Fighter. Bong, you want to throw the bong off?
I'm sorry, bro.
No.
Sorry, bro.
And I'm gonna throw that matchup up there because Heihachi Mishima is my guy. and also Jin Kazama, his son. But Jin, you know what? I'm gonna throw that up. I'm gonna throw that up on TikTok. Heihachi and Jin versus, see, because it's father and son, and I could go teacher student. I could throw Gen and Ryu, but no, I'm gonna throw Ken and Ryu up against Heihachi and Jin to see
That's
what
solid.
people say.
That's
And Ken
solid.
and Ryu would beat the brakes off of both of them. I'm sorry. That's just me. Now, again, call Street Fighter bias all day. But go back to this. Let's get back to this boxing match. Most of the fans, black man bias, Gervonta Davis beats Ryan Garcia with a body shot that if you blink, you missed it.
That's right.
They showed that shit in slow motion though. That shit was wicked.
Whew.
And that's what's irritating me is you had a lot of people saying, "Oh, Ryan could have got up."
Nah.
I challenge anyone to take a body shot from Tank Davis. Like, come on, bro.
You be pissing blood for the next 3 days. You be pissing blood for the next 3 days, bro.
Yo, I told you that story. A liver shot, man. I told this story on one of our shows. My brother hit me with a liver shot in a JCPenney parking lot, and I carried that shit for the rest of my life. I still feel that shit, bro.
I was waiting for De La Hoya to say something. I'll be honest with you.
Yo, but you know what though? De La Hoya ditched him, and they ditched him, man. He did that press conference by himself afterwards.
Yeah.
Which props to Ryan Garcia because he showed the ultimate level of class in that shit. But there's a level of that type of conversation we're going to talk about in a second. But this comment here, the homie he hasn't been around in the block in a minute, but he talking crazy. He said the fight thrown, headbutt to the gut.
Bro, there was no headbutt.
There was no headbutt at
there
all.
Was no headbutt, bro. I don't know what you were looking at, but there was no headbutt to any part of that man's body. Listen, I said this way before the fight started. I was like, listen, I don't know if Garcia can handle Tank's power. I said that shit. And everybody was telling me Garcia got the hand speed, he's got the quickness, he's got the movement. He ain't going to taste none of that.
Thank you for
But I was like, yo, Tank has got real power in both hands, bro. And then when he knocked him out, what, it was the second round he put him down?
Second round he dropped him.
Yeah, that was the beginning of the end right there. He was just slowly chopping a tree down.
I won't say it was the start of his motherfucking ending. Shout outs to Mobb Deep, second place last week. But
damn, he had to throw the second place in there.
They were. But yo, again, I'm sorry. Sidebar. I listened to the infamous Driving Home from Work a couple days ago. Every single song on that album could have been a fucking single.
Banger.
Every single song, yo.
Yes.
Having said that, it wasn't better than My Choice, Purple Tape. But consider a good statement.
Yeah,
that was a good.
Purple Tape still ain't even the best solo Wu project. That's Ghost from Liquid Swords, but I digress. Ryan Garcia.
There's no wrong answer. There's no wrong answer.
Right? Yeah. Thank you. There's no wrong answer. I'm sorry. I'll retract that finger statement. Pause. But anyway, but yo, like the way the unofficial scorecard that the commentator was throwing that they throw up every fight. That scorecard was pretty valid in my opinion. Like Garcia won that first round.
Yeah.
Davis the knockdown clearly. Garcia wasn't playing like no bitch the whole fight until that fucking shot to the ribs that people said was a liver shot that caught him right in the ribs underneath the lungs. I don't want to feel that from nobody.
Especially not Tank, man.
That's one muscle you can't work out, Dan. That's one muscle you just can't work out. There's no muscle for that, bro. That's just a soft spot. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, TJ, real quick, right? I was watching this documentary a couple years ago. on Ali, and this was when Ali was about to fight Holmes, and he was just taking shots to the ribs, to the liver. And Freddie Pacheco was there. And he was like, "Yo, what are you doing? Like, why are you continue, And he was like, "Yo, I want to work out. I want to work. I want to scar it up, and so when the time comes, I'll be ready for it." And that's when Freddie Pacheco walked out. He was like, "Yo, you can't work that out. The ribs and shot to the ribs."
It's a vital organ, man.
Freddie Pacheco walked out of the camp.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could try your best to prep as best as possible. You definitely could try your best to prep everybody part as best as possible to build that callus, because that's really what it is. Like, it's something that, as I mentioned, professional wrestling, as I mentioned, boxing, things like that. Like, you're building a callus over your body to where those constant chops to the chest, you're building up a tolerance, and you're building up like a level of thickness to the skin to be able to take those and absorb that. You're not doing that up here, affecting your breathing and shit all the time. Like,
Right.
you can't do that. You
Yeah,
can't.
I get
You know what?
can't do that.
I get this.
You know what builds that up? It's called defense, where you either tuck that shit in
Yes.
Yeah.
or get the fuck out the way, bro.
Bro,
There's
it's a
nothing
fucking
else.
exposed vital organ, bro. There's no
Hey, son said better study Toad Style. Trust me, I know all about Toad Style. That's where me and the number 5 became friends. It's because Toad is immensely
Toad style is
strong
immensely strong.
and immune to deal with
Everybody
any
loves the Toads,
weapon.
boy.
And if
That's why
properly
everybody,
used, it's almost invincible.
all black kids, we all love the Toad, boy.
You love the Toad, man.
That's
Good
what,
plan.
so
Who
so
thought of this one? Trouble is, I have no weak spot, so it won't work. I'm sorry.
well, unfortunately, Ryan Garcia's ear was under the fucking rib cage.
Yo, what Ryan Garcia hits where everybody puts deodorant on every fucking morning. And you know what? There's no defense for that shit. All right,
Nah,
there's
not
no
at all.
defense for the
matter-
armpits.
So no matter how sure you are, no matter what your degree is, no matter if you got an arm and or a hammer, or if you're feeling a little old spicy, there is no defense for that. Those is bars right
shit is
there.
lethal.
Bars of spitting,
Lethal, man. But no, shout out to Tank, because Ryan Garcia was the best he could afford at that weight class right now.
Yes, sir.
And so Ryan Garcia and AI, they interviewed him afterwards. He said Ryan Garcia ain't no slouch. Like, out of all the rest of those guys at 135 are probably on the even plane between Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, Lomachenko, and now Shakur's up there. And Shakur got a
what do you
future
think
too.
about what do you think about Shakur versus Tank though? Shakur is a nasty.
Right now, it's not a good look. A year or two from now, a year. He got all the tools, man. Shakur's nasty. Shakur's actually
He's
my favorite young
nasty,
fighter.
dude. Yeah,
But
he's one of my
it's
favorite
just-
young fighters.
The thing with Tank is Tank gets the credit because of his power. Tank is a technician who happens to have nasty power. You know what I'm saying? He's a technician, man. His ring IQ is through the roof. He sets you up, and he gets these dudes out of there. And I don't know if anyone else looked at that size difference between him and Ryan last night. There was a reason they had that rehydration clause, because Ryan would have walked in at like 155. You know what I mean?
And you know what? I want to give props to Ryan Garcia too, because like he realistically he showed to me like he ain't no bitch. And to be honest with
he's
you,
the second best lightweight, man.
That seventh round, like he was winning that shit without if he didn't get dropped the way he did. And so I honestly I would like to see them running back, because I if properly winded. If properly winded, he might be able to recover that. But and where I thought Tank was going to possibly, like, to me early in the fight, he started to look really bad when he went straight, like damn near, as we just mentioned, M. Bison. He was damn near going into a full psycho crusher to hug Ryan Garcia, to hold him.
You know who
That
taught him
shit
that
was a
shit?
bad look.
Who taught him that though?
Oh, the person who hugged him at the end of the night.
There you go. Yeah.
I'm saying, like you said though, his ring IQ, his ring generalship,
Slow the
is
dude down.
top.
Yeah.
Is top tier, bro, and you can't knock him for that. Like the man
And
knows
he's
what he's doing.
yeah. What's he? 5'5", 130. Even at 135, he's small. So he's beating these dudes at like the last fight when he fought Riley. Riley came in there looking like a damn middleweight against Tank, and
He
Riley
cut
was
that
winning
tree
most of that
down.
fight. He was winning most of that fight until Tank's just looking for your weak spot, and you know he and he gets you out of there. But
And
no,
and,
Ryan
and
can
that
fight.
that little 5'5" frame, like every time he ducked, like it was perfect because
There's a
Ryan.
reason why they call him Tank and not Fire Hydrant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
It's a
Fire hydrants don't hit back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I literally
Yeah.
was about to say it's because he
Fire,
hits back, and in
fire
my
hydrants
head,
don't hit back.
fucking Bruce Lee boards don't hit back, but tanks do.
You know what I'm
Oh
saying? The
shit!
reason
But
why he's called Tank, he's got heavy hands, bro. And when he
yeah,
lets them shits go, it's a problem.
but
It's really a problem.
I will say though, all fight, I just kept saying in my head, like, yo, he's that little nigga in every hood that just was like the badass, but could fucking throw hands like nobody's business.
You couldn't beat him. You couldn't beat him.
Like he was the little dude that is like, all right, you got it. You know, like maybe not like a person like me. Like I'm gonna try it because I'm size difference, but because I'm not afraid of it. But he definitely was the little nigga that was like, all right, you got it. Like you got it. You definitely got it, son. Because and y'all Brooklyn cats, every neighborhood of Brooklyn had Mike Tyson was that dude. Every neighborhood of Brooklyn had that little dude that was like, nah, you don't fuck with him.
Yep.
You're right, Dan, because they were big dudes that think they had a shot, and they laid on the floor. You're like, oh shit, Money got knocked out. Like he's
And
out.
See you on the back.
I would say, and Lil Mac used his star and you're gone.
Because you know what? He been a little dude that take his shirt off and be mad ripped at 13 and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Every neighborhood had one.
Yes, it's true. It's true.
Rest in peace to my man Shondell. But
Little dude,
every neighborhood had that cat. As he said, as the homie says, Slapbox City, Brooklyn.
Word, Slapbox.
Word.
52 blocks official. Facts.
Word.
Facts. But somebody who is unofficial, officially canceled, should hopefully lose every ounce of business that this man had. Let me get the video up. I don't even remember the dude's name. But this guy who's a speed coach to a lot of NFL talent.
Oh, I know where you're going with this. I know where you're going with this, dude.
Because y'all forgot to bring this up in the what are we talking about segment of the chat box.
Yeah, I saw this.
You talk about your man sitting in the hotel room being wild flagrant and shit.
Yeah.
We got to go in on this dude. I gotta find some of the video. But while I do that, y'all brothers talk about this incident. Jamal, you kick it off and what's been going on.
Catch me up, man. I missed it.
Oh, you
missed
catch me up. Yeah,
man.
Yo, this dude was ran camps for D1, like top D1 dudes coming out of college, going to the pros. He's friends with all the top D1 coaches, Saban, what's the other dude out of Michigan and Florida State. He had all these dudes speed dial away, working them over. And he was in a hotel room because he was in Atlanta.
He was more than a hotel room. I found video.
Sweet. Oh God, yo, play this shit because he was wilding.
Yeah.
Looking in here is black. Every car beside them is black. They can have Atlanta. It used to be a fun place to come to up here. They can have this place right here and stuff. Yeah, ain't no way. Ain't no way. Just need to, there's your yeah. Well, it's a sign up there had Obama and all them on there and stuff, man. Yeah,
You
that's
want
all
to talk
that's up
about
here.
wilding?
That's all that's up here, man. Stuff is just
He's gonna have to teach
crap.
white
Yeah,
only speed classes so
yeah.
them
You
so
and
them
boys need to come
motherfuckers
up here
can
and go
run
hunting.
from black folk.
Yeah, and stuff,
I
man.
wonder who he voted for.
Ain't nothing here, dog.
All I gotta
Ain't nothing
say
but
is,
blacks up here. That's all it is. Atlanta's
fuck
done
this guy. This shit got me
gone
right.
down, man. Just gone. Room service.
It
I need
gets
This
worse,
is
make
it.
some
dog.
chicken wings, two red bone and a white girl.
He said I need a nigga to
Y'all
bring me
want the
some
white
chicken
girl?
wings.
Rogue gonna try the red bone. No, no, Borf ain't coming. Yeah, he was here and everything. He make him leave. He make the red bone leave. Yeah, he don't do that and everything. So I tried that one time at the house. Yeah, just Rogue. Yeah, cause he probably do it. Then he probably gonna throw out that we on the 14th floor. He probably throw out the window. Homeless ones on the street.
Yeah,
Every restaurant looking in here is
this
black.
is
Every car
America.
beside them is black. They can have
So that was
Atlanta.
the whole video.
It,
That was the
it
whole
used
Your
to be a
man
video.
was driving through Wakanda and he didn't know what to do with himself.
And
I
there's
know, but
it,
you said he was a D1 coach.
he was a
Nah.
coach for Georgia at one time. And like
Okay.
one video I seen, he was showing off his national championship apparel. Like I don't know if he was specifically a coach for Georgia. I believe they said he used to be a cornerback for the University of Georgia in his playing days, but then eventually became a speed training coach. That, to what I learned, watching this same clip in a different form by way of Roland Martin's show,
Mhm.
he
For
was
D1
like
football.
national
Yes.
track coach of the year. Well, no, not national. Georgia track coach of the year.
Okay. So we talk about D1 football, and we talk about a Southern track team. There's only
And
one folk he
big
been.
name programs.
Yeah, there's only one folk he been around. His father was responsible for his success. So what prompted this sudden meltdown? You know what I mean? It don't make no
I wouldn't
sense.
say alcohol. If I had to guess, it was definitely alcohol.
This is like old boy
Well,
from Dilbert.
alcohol pulls the truth out of people. They say, right?
Just like
It ain't
Ambien.
fucked me over
Sober
yet because
tongue,
I'm
drunk
nice.
mind.
I'm nice right now, but they ain't fucked me over yet. But if alcohol fucks over people that bad, this dude fuck your life, as the great Nems says. Fuck your life. I hope you lose any and every dollar that you've ever earned from your speed training. But yeah, like this dude, again, just to level it out and lay it out, he just went on this crazy racist tirade of talking about, yeah, let's get some women over, but we're gonna throw the red bone, aka the light skinned woman, out the window. After we, of course, you know, talking about how Atlanta is now too black. He's like, this used to be a good place to hang out and have some fun, but now there's niggas everywhere. In his words, he's like, look at this nigga over here. Look at it. There's one shot in his video where he's like, look at this nigga over here, and shows this light skinned woman in a car. He's like, this nigga tried to cut me off. Look at it. He's like, don't you see that tree over there? And this is his.
Oh
Don't you
yeah,
see
he
that
said that's
tree
where
over
we
there?
would have hung them
That's
from.
where we'd hang your ass at. This is where we.
Yeah, I
And
don't
now
know.
I thought when he
Well,
said the tree, I thought he was talking about the tree, the light, the traffic light. But no, he looked at the traffic light with the camera, but then turned to a tree and then went back to the traffic light.
I know, but he acting like he acting like Atlanta just turned black.
Just
It's like, bro, it's like, come on, man.
You 20 years too late.
Son
20.
said he.
Longer than
Give
that.
back.
Longer
I was
than
about to
that,
say,
dog.
give back.
Son
Longer
The
said
than
Freaknik
that.
tape about to come out, man.
word. Son said he pulled the Michael Richards doofus.
Him, he right. This dude and dude from Dilbert, like, what's the sudden meltdown? But the thing is this coach, he done made all his living and profited off of black folks.
Yeah, that part.
Bro,
That's how
you
he
should
know the
see how many
terminology. Why he
Jamal,
talking about red bones? Who taught him that?
Jamal, you should see the pictures of all the black athletes he had in his pictures with
Yeah.
all the D1 coaches. That's like, yo, we got his
Right.
starting time up, we got his speed up. He's going first round. All these accolades of all these D1 athletes that went to his camps and gotten better because of him. And then for him to flip the script. You've made your money off the backs of these people, and now you're gonna turn around and shit on your cash cow? You're gonna bite the hand that literally feeds you, dogs?
Hey TJ, how many kids was white?
0.
How many Jason Seahorns was out there?
Man.
How many Christian McCaffreys? 0. 0, dogs.
Wow.
0.
That's fucked up. That is fucked up.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know, man. His wife must have left him some shit.
I can't the evidence is in his personal life for sure. Something's going down. He gonna find out that there's probably like the secretary in the front of the gym that he run, some sister he had a crush on, probably told him no. Ruined it. You know.
That's crazy.
I always thought Shamika was cute.
You talking about look at this. It's black. Every car beside him is black. They can have Jalen Hurts. It used to be a fun place to come to up here. Look at this. We're gonna play this nonsense again right here. Yo and stuff. Yeah, ain't no way. We don't say yo. We say yo. Yeah, well, it was just a sign up there. Had Obama and all them on there.
Yeah, I don't know, yo. You might have to start with some offensive linemen, man.
That's all that's up here, man.
Because
I like the caption though. Tell me how you really feel. Leak a video. You and Borf need to come up here and go hunting. Yeah. And stuff.
See?
Ain't nothing here, dog. Ain't nothing but blacks up here. And he had the nerve to say, "Ain't nothing here, dog." Where he learned that from?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, look at this nigga trying to pull out in front of me right
that right there.
Bro.
No, he don't do that.
Man, look at his personal life.
House.
Look at this. Look at all the pictures of
this row. Yeah.
And why would he record himself doing this shit?
He's probably going to throw out that we on the fort.
That's the crazy part. They always do that, bro. Like, why do they always put this shit on blast, bro?
Entitlement? You feel you untouchable? I don't know.
But
I don't know.
all this
not
time,
the way everybody's getting cooked for doing this dumb shit. There's many examples of people getting cooked. It's 2023. You know who's getting cooked. You can go back to Louis C.K. for that shit.
Hey, let's just remember, you know what, to close this out in the best way possible. The man who placed 5th place in the tournament last week, the great Daniel Dumoulin. And actually, it was on his song, but it was Mr. Fantastic who recited these lyrics over this song for the hook. Rap snitches, telling all their business, sit in the court and be their own star witness. You see the perpetrator? Yeah, I'm right here. Well, get the whole label sent up for years. One motherfucker. I swear. This is why I love Doom so much, because there is something lyrically in some of his joints that just goes to real life and applies so perfectly. And Rap Snitch Knishes, I find myself quoting that shit almost once a week. almost once a fucking week, I'm quoting Rap Snitch Knishes because there's somebody who's telling all their business and sitting in the court and be their
own star witness.
It's crazy, dog. It's crazy. The idiocy.
Yo, for real, TJ.
Good.
Word. Yo, he's doing all right, yo. He's doing all right. He ate a burger on the show. He's full.
Yo, TJ just launched into that shit like nobody was watching. Like he was by himself.
He straight forgot he was on camera too. But yo, that shit is good. That shit is good though.
Let's not forget. Anybody hit up ARPP?
Hey yo, say he gotta get his iron up. Oh,
TJ just went. He just went
he
in.
had that shit medium rare so he could get his iron up.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Old bones, yo.
Hey, man.
Oh shit.
Yo, you don't understand. I played like 2 hours of full court basketball earlier, and I hadn't eaten since then. So I was type hungry, dog.
Hey
man, you about to hit that half a century, man. So you need to chill in those 4 quarters.
I really hope they you know.
Let me tell you, I'm the oldest man playing on the court with these young boys every week, and they be like, "Yo, we don't know how you do it, dog.
They just said,
we don't play with nobody."
Said, yo, y'all bugging. He said, y'all bugging. He said, the Knicks win a playoff game, and y'all wild today. Shouts out to Hackensack Brewing Company, of course.
Yo, if they beat the Cavs, yo.
There's no if, bro.
Okay,
stop speaking in negative terms, bro.
When they beat the Cavaliers, man,
right.
yo, just be ready. Just be ready, man.
Bro, we wasn't expected to win more than 38 games this year. Do you realize that?
That's right.
With Rick Brunson signed, we wasn't expected to read 38 games, bro.
But I want to give that her hand to that one, like facts. But yo,
you know what I'm saying?
Work casual. Man. It ain't my fault. TJ got caught. It ain't my fault.
I didn't get caught, bro. I knew. I was like, yo,
burger.
Yo, listen. When the burger was being delivered, I was like, damn, am I going to eat this on camera or not? And I was like, fuck it.
No, dog. I was about to say, like you know, you got a camera button. You got a camera button.
The old folks, yo, Jamal, the old folks don't know how to work that shit, man. The old folks,
man. I say, you know, TJ there. TJ thought he was off camera, bro. He was talking to the burger. I'm gonna eat you tonight.
Yeah, I picked it up like, bro, I'm gonna fuck you up.
It's like, just me and you.
He tried to give a new definition to eat the box.
Oh my god!
Yo, side note,
I thought Dan wasn't gonna say nothing because Dan was like, "Yo, did I just see that?"
Oh no, I caught it from the first pause. I caught it from the first bite, yo. Like, this nigga's been working with me for how long? He ain't got no fucking etiquette. But yo, I'm a side note because I don't know why my brain went there. But remember when the Cosby Show and Theo and Cockroach tried to get off calling girls burgers?
Yes, sir. You can't do that now. Try that shit now, man. On the show.
Good luck.
Well, on this show, we're now calling it a TJ. Peace. But anyway, we're calling TJ's a fucking burger. Big O is witness protection. Jamal is now 2 cans. You gotta think of some shit for me. Y'all will find something out. We'll get something. We'll get something for me in the future weeks. But until then, this was fun. I'm gonna have to do these more drunk, yo. I'm not drunk. I'm just feeling good because this 12%. Wow, I'm spitting crazy. This 12% turned into like 25.
I told you that when you first broke it open. You said it was 12%.
Oh, I knew what's up.
I said you ain't doing nothing else today.
Oh, I wasn't. My man's. I'm fucking broke. I wasn't doing anything else anyway.
Oh, you thought I was doing something?
I wasn't.
You thought I was doing something?
I've literally been outside since 11 o'clock because the fucking weather has been amazing. The rain finally stopped, even though that side of Staten Island, the clouds are gray as hell. But this side, the sun, the sun is giving me the almost proper lighting, even though, as you know, Jamal, the lighting isn't right because I've been dark.
It's all good. It's because the light source is behind you.
Exactly. But if the light source was behind me properly, I would have been fine in the camera. We're getting too much into the weeds of technical shit. Oh, word. It said,
Yes,
that was the burger with cheese. TJ don't eat cheese.
See, my man knows. My man knows, bro.
You got to know your family. The one time I had to make you eat McDonald's because there was nothing else, you did like my boy Flip. He said, "Let me get a cheeseburger with no cheese, please." It said 12% ain't the problem. Your age is. My man's. I'm only 43. I'm the fucking baby on the show. I'm the fucking baby, bro.
Oh no, man. Your tolerance goes up with age, bro.
I love
yeah, bro.
Your tolerance goes up.
Yeah.
I had about 3 cups of goose today, man. Just now.
Man, I always drink during the show. I use this show to come outside and slam some shit down.
I call LA Knight still Eli Drake. He said, I don't know who you are right now by the name of Conscious Son. Give me your fucking name. Yeah. But anyway,
I hope he ain't a hotel.
But peace to all of y'all, for real, man. Thank y'all for hanging out with us. Thank y'all for adding in to making this shit fun. I'm drinking a beer or more to every fucking. Oh, it's Tony. Peace to Tony. What up, Tony?
What up, Tony?
What up, Tony? Yo, and big ups, and word up, big ups to the young bro, we can say young homie because he's only a few years younger than us, 20 years younger than TJ. But you're getting the drink. He hasn't been back in a minute. But anyway, fucking shout outs to Tony because he's been on a quest to listen to literally every album that we had in the tournament. And he's almost done. He's almost done.
Word?
Yeah,
that's what's up, Tony. That's what's up.
That's dope. It's good music. It's good music all the way around, bro. You're not going to be disappointed.
Word. But
we had
starting from the bottom, then we get to here. You know what to do.
Yo,
he actually said I got 100 songs down. Peace. You better than me. Shit.
Yo, great fucking show. Great show, man. I still gotta listen to Company Flow because the Company Flow made that
flow.
I listen to this shit, yo. For real. So, but nah, real shit. Great show, man. Yo, my home team won. You know what I'm saying? I got the Mellow CA7 on. I put the Brunson jersey on order. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna have that by next next show, hopefully, God willing. Yo, man, great show, man. I enjoyed chopping up with y'all. You know what I'm saying? This was fun, man.
You see how once again Jamal tried to personalize this shit? He said my team won. Like all of us isn't in some kind of fucking mixed regalia. I love you.
Yo, you know what though? Yo, real quick. Yo, think about it. This is the one team that we all fans of. You know what I'm saying? Because the 3 of us are Giants fans, except for you. You know what I mean? So this right here, yeah, you're right. I'm used to saying my team, but it's our team, man. It's our team, yo. Clap it up for the Knicks, man. Yo, the Garden was fucking electric. I love watching the Garden like this. Yo, man, I love it.
Come on. Word. Yo, shout out to everybody. Shout out to the homie Tone, everybody in the comments. Great show, everyone. Shout out to the Knicks. I'm seeing orange and blue skies. You know what I mean? Great show, y'all. Great show. You know, I got some Knicks gear on order. I can't rock a Knicks jersey because my body type isn't conducive to tank tops. So I got me some Knicks t-shirts coming. But nah, peace to y'all, peace to everybody. Always gonna shout out Disabled Planets, peace to Ishtar, R.I.P. to TJ's Burger.
Wow. Yo, this was a dope show again. Love you guys. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to our Knicks, man. We're back. So I know you guys are a little bit younger than me, but this was a whole 90s vibe in the garden this last 2 days.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Bring it back. It was like O said, it was electric. The vibes were very high in the building today. The vibes were immaculate today. You know what I'm saying? And we did the damn thing. So I'm super happy. Shout out to everybody in the comments today. It was dope. Love it. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I'm hungry. And it was a bad time to order a hamburger. It won't happen again.
Son said, I
just couldn't wait to the end of the show.
Tony said, I feel you, G. Can't rock a jersey if you're shaped like a barrel of fish.
Fam, it is what it is. You got to know yourself. You got to know yourself, man. It is what it is.
And to know yourself is to love yourself. But next week, if we win this series, when we win this series, I will wear my Patrick Ewing jersey for sure. My wife knows me well enough. Patrick Ewing is my favorite player of all time, and she got me the jersey. She got me that jersey, actually, like I said, when I was 370-something, 380-something, and was wider. So that the 315 to 312 that I'm at right now, that big ass jersey might be swimming on me, but I'm still gonna rock it anyway because,
bro,
it's gonna be an apron.
I got a Patrick Ewing jersey when I was 15. There's no way I'm fitting in that shit now.
Well, no, because you went the opposite way. I'm going the opposite. I went this way, you went this way. So pause. We, intersected in different ways. But anyway, this was fun. This was dope. Like I said, next week I'm gonna make sure I'm drunk again. No, actually, I can't. Next week we have to do the show at 1:00 because unfortunately I have to fucking do 3 days of training on the 12 to 8 shift. So immediately after the show, I have to go to bed.
Shit.
That's another reason to drink, bro.
No.
I
might have to drive that night. So but I'm dreading this 12 to 8 shift, but whatever. So far, so good. This promotion has been very good to me. Even though it's only training, I can't wait to get out. And yeah, not to give inside baseball too much, but y'all would be surprised how easy it is to give y'all motherfuckers tickets for garbage. But I'm gonna leave it at that, so I don't get brought downtown for no meetings on my political correctness because there's a unit on the job that actually does that, and there's people that were Trumpsters that got pulled downtown and caused suspensions for their actions on the internet. So good on y'all. So good on y'all for being stupid. But until then, peace. We'll see y'all next week.